guys? It's your boy AJ here, and I know I promised two videos in regards to the Thiago Santos Jon Jones fight, Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes. That is what this video is about. I'm here to just dive in a little more deeper on what I thought about those two fights and just trying to play catch up, talk about a little bit of NBA, and tomorrow I'll talk about just trying the fights this weekend. So let's just dive right on into that. We'll start with Amanda and Holly. That was a good fight. That was the most important fight for the women's bantamweight division in a long time. You know, for a lot of people, Holly was the girl to really push Amanda. You know, a lot of people thought that would be Amanda's hardest fight, and me myself including, I thought it was going to be a tough fight. But it was an important fight because they were the two Ronda Rousey slayers. They were riding hot momentum wins. Holly coming off a win over a year ago, but still a win's a win. And Amanda becoming one of the GOATs, a double champ. So just the magnitude of that fight was really what was needed in the women's division. As for how the fight played out, it was a good fight. I didn't expect it to go that quickly. It truly was a high-level chess match. It was truly something that went down as one of the greatest women knockouts of all time, because the way Amanda set up that head kick was something that Holly does to a lot of other people. She did it to Ronda Rousey. So in a way, Amanda Holly Holm. So it just showed her true greatness, how she can adapt, how can she overcome things. And she wasn't really pushed through adversity, but in a way it was almost like she had to play Holly's game if she wanted to win, because Holly's a counter striker. Holly's the type of person that will wait for you to charge forward, then hit you with big punches. And that's the way I thought the fight was going to go. Was I thought Amanda was going to push the pressure on her and Holly was going to counterattack. That's kind of what happened, but quickly Amanda saw a big opening and just jumped on it completely, landing a big head kick. And, you know, a lot of people protest the stoppage. I don't. You know, I thought it was a good stoppage, and I felt Amanda cemented her legacy very, very well. And it was just outstanding fight. Where do both girls go? I mean, I think depending on how Cyborg does next weekend at UFC 240, I feel she should get the next shot at Amanda. That's the fight to make, because I feel there's no one more deserving of it than Cyborg. As for Holly, I don't know. I feel it's kind of end of the road. She has nothing more to prove. She's given a lot to the sport. She became one of the biggest stars ever. And, you know, she came at the right time, but there's always a time where you can just come out strong and then just decline very badly. And that's kind of what happened to her. So I just feel it's kind of the end of the road for her. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the UFC does. It's going to be a very interesting couple of months. Now on to the main event. Jon Jones, Thiago Santos. First of all, what a fight. You know, for those people that were booing at the end, who were protesting the judge's decision, yeah, it went back and forth, and I guess you could say it was a little controversial, but in the end, I felt they got it right. I felt Santos needed to do a little bit more. And if you saw the stats in significant strikes landed in all 5 rounds, Jon Jones was leading all the category. Yeah, they were close, and Santos landed some big, big punches, but Jon Jones was being more active, so they didn't get the decision wrong. And people criticized the way he was fighting, Jon Jones was fighting. People thought, you know, oh, he's sitting back too much. You know, he could finish Thiago. Thiago was limping very, very badly after the first round. And a lot of people gave Jon Jones some shit because of the way he was fighting, basically. And it was a smart fight. It got him the win, because you don't want to fight a slugger like that. A guy that could shut the lights out with one punch. I mean, wow. At the end of the day, a win's a win, and you got to play the right game. You got to deal the right cards if you want to win. That goes in any sport. So I give congrats to him on that. And shortly after the fight, it was announced Thiago Santos had literally a torn everything. ACL, MCL, PCL, whatever that is, an LCL. I mean, just truly a heart of a warrior and a guy that just did not want to give up. He wanted to defeat the GOAT. He wanted to do everything he could. And personally, I thought he won. But after watching the fight again and watching some of the highlights again, the judges got it right. And I wanted to see a rematch, but with Thiago being hurt, who knows when he'll be back. But, it was an outstanding fight, by both men. They both showed toughness, grit, determination. Thiago Santos got dropped a couple times and wouldn't go away. And those are fights that we need. It was a good fight to be at live. I'll post pictures of the fight that I was at. You can check it out on my Instagram at Alexi Jacob. And just give it a check out and see what you liked about the fight as well. So, where do both men go? I mean, Santos is obviously going to be out for a while. So, when he gets back, it's going to be tough to really figure out the landscape of the light heavyweight division and where it's going to be at. So, with him, it's really hard to tell. You're going to have to ask me that in a couple months. But as far as Jon Jones, he's kind of in the same boat as Amanda Nunes is in, where they basically cleared out their whole division. And, light heavyweight used to be with killers. And there's not that many killers anymore. There's a lot of unknowns. But it's just a tough spot for Jon because, he has rematches everywhere. He could have a rematch with Santos down the line. Who knows? I mean, you got Johnny Walker out there as well. Anthony Smith as well. Corey Anderson. Been talking a lot of smack trying to get a fight with Jon Jones. I mean, honestly, I don't see any of those guys beating Jon Jones. The hardest fight, I think, would be is Johnny Walker, but I still see Jon Jones coming out and winning that. I think the right move for Jon is to sit back, wait a while, maybe even see how Stipe and DC, how their fight will play out. If he sees how that fight is, maybe he can go up. I mean, he said he wants to go up and fight the winner of that. We'll see what happens. But I think he should take a little time off, sit back, really find out the landscape, maybe have Corey Anderson and Anthony Smith fight, and whatever happens there, he should fight one of those guys. I like that, and I wouldn't mind a second fight between Jon and Anthony, and even Jon getting some new meat. So it's going to be very interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens. Now, on for basketball. I just wanted to say, I know what happened a week ago, but man, how about those Houston Rockets? Look, Russell Westbrook is a phenomenal player. I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a truly outstanding player. But him and Harden, I don't know if they're going to need two basketballs or what, because people expect them to get better. Yeah, they're going to be a good regular season team. They're probably going to be the third seed behind the Lakers and Clippers. They're probably going to be the third seed. But come playoff time, Westbrook and Harden are known for disappearing. They're known for coming up small in big moments. And you saw the proof in the pudding when the Rockets played the Warriors and when the Thunder played the Trailblazers. Both men's stats went way down. And personally, I thought Harden should have won MVP, but if it was based off playoffs, you could obviously tell he did not win the MVP. He wasn't worthy of it. But I feel where they could go, as far as I said, yeah, the 3 seed, they'll probably get knocked out of the conference semis. I just feel they're going to be a good regular season team. I don't really have much to say about them other than it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting to see the chemistry, if it's still there, between Harden and Westbrook. And, make no mistake, the Rockets are going to be a good team, but I just don't know what's going to happen come playoff time, because that's when it really counts. When the rubber meets the road, that's when we're going to see who can sink or swim. And so far, both these guys have sank. And they do have key pieces around them. They still have Austin Rivers. I mean, I don't know. Back in OKC, Harden and Westbrook, they did some big things. They went to the finals, got knocked out by LeBron's Heat in 2012, and never really did anything after that. And I know they had Durant, and that whole turmoil was just building, and it's hard to predict. But that's the beauty of it. We'll find out. About to tune in October to see what'll happen. And if they go that far to the playoffs, we'll find out in April and May. So let me know what you think about the fights, UFC 239, and let me know what you think about that trade. I want to know. Give me some insight yourself. Like, comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next time. Next time we'll be talking about some movies. In fact, tonight I'm going to be seeing Crawl. I'll let you guys in on a little insight on that. Peace out.